Alright, you're on your own back.
That was the first thing people heard. Hello, everybody.
Back! I'm gonna go scratch the inside of my ear. Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm sick. Fuck off. You're gone. I'm
All the
stubby.
stuff.
Well, we are back
We are back.
with more.
What is this? Friday Night
Ace
Funkin'?
Yeah, definitely. With more Ace Attorney.
Yay! Alright. Turnabout Sisters. Let's do this thing.
We're investigating. Stabby won't need to be Edgeworth for a bit yet, so we're good.
That's fair. So, I have a question for everyone here tonight.
What's up?
What's everyone drinking?
I have Coke. I have Coca-Cola.
Ah, you have Coke. Neat. My answer is twofold.
Oh,
I have some egg drop soup,
nice, nice.
and I have a Gohan themed white grape sparkling water that I picked up from like a Japanese Asian grocery store
I see.
that is nearby.
I will say, of course, you
Um,
fucking have a Gohan themed drink.
Do I have a particular association with Gohan?
No, but you just have that energy.
I will take that as a compliment.
I will actually. I'll say you more have Goku energy.
Okay, now I want to fight you.
There you go.
Which I know. Listen, I know that doesn't help. I know that doesn't help my case here. But also, like, hey, how dare you?
Oh, it's fuck you, fight me. Oh, so you're Vegeta.
Anyways, if this drink is not that great because I don't know if they mean sparkling water like freaking what's you guys' version of like that sparkling water where it's like they open up a fruit in the next room?
Oh, LaCroix? We have LaCroix.
Okay, yeah, you guys have LaCroix? Cool. If this is like LaCroix, then I have some grenadine on the side that I'm going to put in the sparkling water to make it actually tasty. So let's see how it is.
Also, today's fidget toy of the stream is a keycap puller for cleaning your keyboard.
Oh, nice. I've got like an actual fidget cube that I use sometimes.
I have a fidget cube. It's just for the last day or so, I've just been fidgeting with this, even though the fidget cube is like a foot from me. It's on my desk.
Tell me your ADHD without telling me your ADHD. All right, so the grape is actually not that bad. It's more than LaCroix.
It's more than LaCroix.
It's more than LaCroix, which is like a low bar. But I'll just put a little bit of grenadine in there, and no one will be the wiser.
My wife and I, when we first met in person, we were like, well, we should get some drinks, and we were like, okay, well, we can get like a white wine because she does not like red.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, let's get some like hard seltzers. But we had never bought hard seltzers. We were like, well, we'll just pick one. And we picked one that was called Neutral, N-U-T-R-L.
See, that was your first mistake.
Yeah,
because it's called Neutral.
Yeah, looking back on it, that should have been our first warning sign. It tasted well. It tasted. That's all we could really say.
It tasted.
It had a taste. One of them actually tasted okay. I forget which one it was, but one of them actually tasted okay. I think it was like the cherry lime or something.
Okay, I mean, cherry lime are both like pretty strong flavors, so yeah.
Yeah, even their best efforts to remove all flavor from that one didn't succeed.
Yeah. You know what's like a common misconception about grenadine? Since it's like, how it's like used in Shirley Temples and stuff?
Yes.
And so like I think a lot of people assume that means that it's cherry flavored, yeah?
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. It's pomegranate.
Yeah. It is made from grenade, which is the
Pomegranadine.
yeah. The French
Yeah.
the French word for pomegranate is grenade.
Huh.
That is where the word grenade comes from, actually, because the original grenades looked like were spherical with a little thing on the top.
And also have a lot of the stuff inside.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then eventually we use a different fruit to start describing them.
Yep.
Why are we talking about fruit?
We're talking about explosives, actually.
Yeah.
Which I hope is not against TOS.
It shouldn't be. We're not talking about building them.
No, we're not talking about building them. No, we're talking about the history.
Yeah.
I would like to point out my disdain for human biology once again.
Your mortar flesh vessel is just incapable of housing the eldritch soul that resides within it, huh?
The plague was less annoying than this.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah. Whoever invented the plague, get on that. Less annoying.
Are you telling are you telling COVID to be worse? Are you saying that COVID needs to step up its game and be worse? Because
No, I'm
we
saying
just got through that.
Whichever universal construct conceived this illness,
Mm-hmm.
they have a skill issue. In another universe, I'm sure it has wiped out planets. But we're not in that universe. So we're just going to carry
Yeah.
on.
Honestly, it sounds absolutely horrible what the COVID has done in you guys' universe. I feel like I've got a pretty scot-free over here.
You have you have superpowers over there.
Well, yes, but also like people masked up and
Oh,
stayed masked up.
gotcha.
And
I feel
also, like 90% of the corporations I think you guys have over there just straight up don't exist where I live.
I feel like in a universe there's superheroes, masking up is not going to be a problem.
I mean, that's true.
You
like,
could have.
I may only have like the goggles, but you know.
But like the ones with full face masks could have sold like masks of their like the bottom half of their face mask.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been live for like 10 minutes and have not played the game yet.
Listen, we got on a little topic of conversation. It happens sometimes.
I wish to have fruit. I have no fruit.
Oh,
Stabby, you're
If I were there,
LGBT. You always
I
are.
am also lacking that fruit. It is not here.
You are the fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
I cannot consume myself.
Again,
That
sounds like a
breaks
skill issue.
TOS.
All right, September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center, visitors room.
God, as soon as we added Naiad, it was our shit posting went through the fucking roof. I love it.
Yay!
Who was April again?
It was
That was
Stabby.
me. So if you just give me...
Oh, April's got a cold. Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna warn everybody. Right now,
Hmm.
I am about to descend into a level of ooh speak. That may kill me.
Oh God.
Well, Naiad, it's a good thing I brought you on board now. Then.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know about heroic sacrifices, but please don't.
Well, hello there! I do expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. This is what you get when my sinuses are clogged up. Oh wait, no, she changed facial expressions. That means I
Yeah,
can
she's
change the
evil
voice.
now.
Yeah, now you gotta do the demon voice.
You stinking lawyer, I hope you die.
Oh my God, that's gotta be worse on your throat.
Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. It's actually very good for clearing out my sinuses, to be honest.
No, not really. There's just, I just wanted to ask you something, really.
Fuck off.
Cool.
Spiky head is the only insult I can give you unless the game rating needs to be changed.
Oh wow.
Spiky-headed twink. Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
Are you?
He's just like, eh.
Same day, different. Same soup, different day.
Yo.
So what is it you wish to ask of me, Dad Woo?
For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked?
I've replaced the Southern with more ooh woo. I regret nothing.
About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No, I hope die.
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why'd you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Aw, when you say it like that, that sounds so cold, so criminal. Oh, whoa.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you were at lawyer school, huh?
Probably.
Creep.
God, this one's impossible to talk to.
She's impossible to talk for.
Say, why are you so... that? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it, bottom feeding scum-sucking lawyer.
Bottom? Well, yes, Phoenix, you are. I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me?
Well, you said a thing. Can we?
Court record?
I guess court record.
I would
Is
say
there something?
sometimes you have to go investigate other places and then come back and present evidence and be like, ha!
That's fair.
Fuck you!
I don't know.
We can come back.
Yeah.
The game will not progress until we've done everything we need to do, so...
That's fair. Okay. Where do we go? Should we go to the law offices?
We can try.
Sure, yeah. September 7th, Fanco Law Offices.
Ah, looks like Forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though.
Whatever you say, there is nothing of value. There's always something of value.
Yeah.
Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. You didn't have a fake
Yes.
plant in an office building?
No, Mia really went all out. The girl bought a glass lamp.
No, it was a glass coat rack. No, it was a lampstand. You're right. You're right. It was a lampstand.
Yeah, it was a
Don't you gaslight me about a series I got you into. I've been here longer than you. I'm the veteran who remembers nothing.
Yeah,
Except the lamp.
That's the voice you should use for Evil May.
No, I will continue to use this one.
Anyway, the sky is
Wow.
blue and so's Phoenix.
Yeah, he does wear a lot of it.
There's that hotel right across the way. Yeah, he does kind of got the Sonic the Hedgehog look going.
He does.
An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is, well, Mia.
No.
Oh, that's the desk again.
Let's see. Oop, bookshelves.
You can cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to.
This bookshelf can fit so many legal books in it.
All the cases that the chief worked on are filed here. Are some of the files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things.
Phoenix!
Phoenix this opportunity.
Phoenix, please.
Okay, we can't move over this time. This is our only room.
Yeah. You're an investigative lawyer. I guess we go to the hotel?
I mean, if there was any place that would have someone we can shove in May's face, that would be this place.
Yeah, it would be. Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Was I the bellboy? Who was the bellboy?
You were the bellboy.
Okay. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'll be great for business, sir.
Huh.
Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous! The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are an honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you.
This is the most cooperative bad in the series.
Alright, let's talk with him and ask him a few questions.
So about Miss May. Oh, her, sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy.
Let's talk about the man, yeah.
I want to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression.
I bet he did!
I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger.
Uh-huh.
There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo.
Oh, don't we have a photo?
Not a him. We have
Okay.
a photo of the
Oh, that's the floor plans. Gotcha.
Alright, hotel. Can you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely! And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir.
Oh boy.
Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I proposed if we had a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor.
My dude.
Well, what do you think?
This bad should title point and click horror games.
Sounds great. Floats your tea set.
Tea sets don't
My
float.
man.
Bigs float in tea sets.
Can we examine? Okay, so there's wine glasses.
Oh, it's the window.
That's the window. Okay.
Nice weather again today. I can see the Fay & Co. law offices, of course. Ah, yes, we plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn 3 minutes of a view to kill. That's our office, my guy. You can't... That I think is actually illegal.
That's like a privacy law issue or something, for sure.
Just kidding, sir. By that look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the Drawer of Terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's said to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. This is where you're working next to for the rest of your career, Phoenix.
Yeah. Alright, so plant.
A vase, as expected. I'm not good with flower names, except maybe tulips and sunflower. Those are roses, Phoenix.
Well,
He said he wasn't good with names!
the man thinks all fancy wood is mahogany.
This is true. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Alright, well, I think that's everything from here.
Yeah, that's everything from there.
One place left to go.
Yeah, let's try it.
Savvy, were you Grossberg this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm always Grossberg.
that's right. Huh, looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason.
That big old painting he had is gone.
Yeah, it is.
Also, there's a photo.
There's a very convenient photo on the desk.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? I don't know, Phoenix. Does the
Flash.
giant rectangular outline give it away?
Yeah, right?
Flashback.
Yeah, it was a painting of...
Flashback.
Oh, it was
man.
of a fisherman, right?
Wasn't it? Wasn't a very memorable painting, anyhow.
Hmm.
I always thought it was Indiana Jones of the Outback.
Okay, well, let's click the convenient picture.
Yes.
What's this? Old photos. There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident Exhibit A, DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these.
All right. Okay.
I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Phoenix, you don't have the right to gather evidence. This is just stealing.
Quietly added to the court record.
And then a photo lies on the desk.
Yeah.
Maybe I should switch it with the one I took?
Yeah, swap.
I think I'll swap them. Photograph added to the court record.
There we go.
Alright.
All right.
There's the mahogany desk.
Uh-huh.
Wood's been polished to a deep luster. I think the rest of this is just going to give us the same as it.
Same.
We can check it, though. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Yeah, these are the... Funny, they don't look like they've ever been... Yeah, this is just the same dialogue as last time.
That's the same stuff.
Well, we have
Alright,
a photo now, though.
We have a photo, and I think I know exactly. Let's go to the Gatewater. And then present the photo.
Take a look at this. Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
That's him, detective.
I'm a lawyer!
I'm the lawyer? Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No. No, I don't.
Ironically, I do.
Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? An affidavit? This guy is way too excited about this.
Sure.
I mean, if he's offering, right? Like,
He's offering.
well, sure. Why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Look at this affidavit.
Just
hurry up and write it.
Just write it, man.
Let the man be excited.
Not even Miss May can play dumb to this.
Okay. Then let's go talk with Miss May and confront her with the affidavit.
Shove her affidavit in her face.
Don't put it like that.
You again? Can you take a hit and stay gone?
Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, so it's my fault now.
God forbid
Yeah,
women do
you
anything.
criminal.
God forbid women do anything.
She girl
Sounds
bossed
like a
too close
skill
to the sun.
issue. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky hound.
How? That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head.
No!
Spoiler
Presents
alert, he
the
does not
affidavit.
shave his head.
Did you have a look at this? She's stunned speechless.
Oh,
Okay. The bellboy's affidavit. tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Ease her fears or push her hard.
Oh boy.
What do you do when you're interrogating people?
I play good cop. I mean, it's like an old phrase, but like, a lot of the times it's, people being put into situations they want to be put in, and she's got this whole thing going on about not trusting lawyers and all that other stuff, and like, maybe if we can prove that we just want to be a good person, I don't know.
Alright. Okay, she's vulnerable now. I should be gentle. Miss May, it would be easy for me to hand this affidavit to the police. If they get involved, wouldn't your boss be even more, inconvenienced? All I want to do is have a little chat with him. You won't tell me?
Is that all you have to say?
Yes?
It was so easy for you to get the police involved, then why don't you? Somehow I think you're not up to it,
Show them a little kindness and they jump all over you. That had the opposite effect of what I hoped.
Oh, poor little boy. And you were so close.
Alright, lady. I think I've worn out this piece of paper's usefulness. Damn it! Man, this photo is the one I want. White April may not want to talk about it. She must know it. I think either way, present.
I feel like it's a fail situation.
I think. Look at this photograph.
Oh my god.
You're wasting your time.
My whip's so sealed.
Damn.
Hold on. Can we go back to the Gatewater and have him write us another affidavit?
Can we?
Oh. The bellboy seems to be out. Huh? The sound of water coming from the shower. La-di-da! Money making, I got the money-making blues! Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers.
I figured out how to get VHSs on my...
Alright, let's examine.
Oh, right. I hit the wrong.
Now we can examine without him, Nah?
Screwdriver's still stuck in the drawer. I better not touch it. No telling what the bellboy would do to me.
Dang it. Table?
A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. I better not touch them. No telling what the bellboy would do to me. God damn it.
You cannot witness.
Maybe we unlocked another talk option, because we never actually checked that in the detention
That's
center.
fair.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
That man, okay.
About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he?
I'm not telling.
Look, he's being accused of murder. I don't think you want to be protecting him.
Would you have sold out the waitress way to the cops?
No.
See?
Damn it. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk.
Let's talk about your attitude.
Now do we? No? Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Where the heck is that loafer? That old familiar clearing of the street. You've met him once, Phoenix.
Well, he's an old man.
You again.
Hi, Mr. Grossberg.
Where the hell are my pictures? Well, what? You were quite the thing, my boy!
Excuse me?
The trial! The trial!
He was there?
I tried to be myself when I was a youth.
Well, I guess something got passed down through Mia. Maybe.
It does have good memories, it does. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon juice. I apologize.
Huh?
It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today,
I appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you actually gave me some information.
Well, let's talk about today's trial.
So, you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just... me and sister, that poor girl.
Yeah, that poor girl you won't defend.
My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. Don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
That you refused to defend?
Mm-hmm.
If you were that worried about it, then why didn't you offer to defend her?
See?
Speaking of which...
Speaking of...
I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have the right to know now.
Right? Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, this is I need to take more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. Maybe I can find something that will inspire him to talk.
Talk about the painting?
The other day, I'm sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on that wall.
Pretentious looking.
Well, look, you know the one I mean. Anyway, where'd it go?
Yes, well... I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I sold it, you see. Yes, that's right.
You were talking about how you would never sell it, huh?
Yeah, not sure we'd buy that.
Well, you can't. It's been sold.
Wasn't that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen?
I don't see how that's any of your business. Please speak no more of that accursed painting. I didn't.
Okay.
I wanna present maybe I mean, we should present the picture that was on his desk. That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. We got
So-
4 plans. We got April May's testimony. We got the receipt. We got the wiretap. We got Thinker. We got glass shards. We could stab him.
No.
You are not going to get anywhere with a man that thick with glass shards.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Oh.
We could
A lot of
force him to
natural
read
armor.
the autopsy report. Be like, look at it.
Do it. No, okay. That's fair. Alright.
You sure you don't want to present the picture we stole from him?
That sounds like a bad idea.
Okay.
Like, are you sure? Are you sure about it? Are you just messing with me?
I will say, you can't fail investigations. The
Oh,
worst
okay.
they'll say is I have nothing to say about that.
Alright, well in that case then go ahead.
May as well try.
Might as well try. Who is this man?
Excuse me, could you look at this photograph?
Where did you get that?
I borrowed it.
Well, give it back at once.
No.
Mr. Grossberg, tell me about the man in this photo. He may have been in that hotel room with April May on the night of the murder. Do you know something about him? Anything?
Very well. I will tell you what I know. However, You didn't hear it from me. If you follow.
I follow.
That man is Mr. Red White. He is the president of Blue Corp.
What's up, Naiad? What's up, Naiad?
I knew it was coming. Like, I knew that I have heard the name before. I was already well aware of it. But still,
Mr. Red, White, of Blue Corp.
that's...
He's not. He's Ace Attorney's version of Donald Trump.
I hate this so much. You have no idea the level of my loathing of this situation.
Red, White.
Of Blue Corp.
Blue Corp. There's something like a detective agency, right?
Our information pros is sell information, you see. Sensitive information.
I feel like if you're in the business of selling secrets, you're like always one step away from just like the CIA busting in your door. Like,
Right?
like all it takes is for you to get dirt on the one wrong person.
I mean, Alex, you know all about information brokers, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've played Mass Effect.
Yeah. But Liara to Sony, this man is not.
No, absolutely not. Good lord.
Liara to Sony is hot. This man is not.
Mr. Grossberg, if you'd like to speak.
Despite his name, Mr. White has the blackest reputation of any man in this country. Did you run across him? What's what you say?
And sorry, what country are we in again, Mr. Grossberg?
That would be the good old free country of California.
Ah. Gotcha.
We're in San Francisco?
Yes. Correct.
Would want him taking up any dirt on you.
I'm not. Do we have dirt?
Yeah,
I mean,
We're like
according to one of the
20.
future games.
We're like 22. I don't think we got dirt yet.
he knows what happened when we were 8 in 4th grade.
Selling information. That sounds like blackmail, which is a crime, by the way.
BT Dubs is crime.
Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located?
I suppose.
Well, Miss May, we don't fucking need you now.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Red White, at last! Finally, a lead on this guy! Even if April May couldn't have done it, he could have. Time to take action. Photograph returned to Mr. Ghost.
I must ask you to leave. Did you think about things alone?
Yeah, you just sit with your guilt for a while, I understand.
Yeah. Let it eat at you. Let it fester. Okay. Let's, I don't like the look of that desk. Don't. Well, there's the painting.
Yep. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name! What's your name? I was just incredibly asking about the title you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Incredibly? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem?
I hate his tie.
That's what you hate about him? Not the everything else?
I especially hate his tie.
Look at his brooch. That could be used to cast resurrection.
Yeah, it's useful. The tire's not.
I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. That's not what that means.
This guy is going to give me an aneurysm.
He's also Zap Brannigan. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordily challenged.
Wordily?
What a fruitcake. No, this man is not. This man is not LGBT.
I don't.
Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? Ah, no matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the fucking scale.
Jeez. Let's talk about Miss May.
Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct, she was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed, she's paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat.
Let's go with Blue Corp.
So, what kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you might say. We are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue.
Really? Truly? Never would have guessed.
I, Red, White, and Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course.
No, I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home.
Na 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 na. Fantabulistic, is it not?
I want this case to be over.
I will let you know this is not the worst one of the series. You think this one's bad? Ooh.
I will say, he's probably, like, the most obnoxious man in the series.
How can you say that when Miles Edgeworth exists?
We're divorced with Miles Edgeworth.
Also, he gets character development and his own video game.
He gets two video games.
Oh wow.
The circus one is pretty bad. The circus one does suck pretty hard.
Oh my god.
Night of the murder. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Oh, who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details, just time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. Here's a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh ho ho! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement.
That painting.
There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there.
I've seen it before.
You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being... My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? Ah! He punched me.
Wow, assault charges.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It's a world beyond your comprehension. Your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Mr. Grossberg, yes. You must ask him, why is it... You must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. What do you think, Naiad? What do you think?
I hate this man so much. I can't wait to put him in prison.
Oh, I should note, we do find out in a later game, the death sentence is very much a thing in Japanifornia for murderers. You have complicated feelings about that at the moment, I feel.
Yeah. I don't know if the stream is the place to talk about one's thoughts about
What?
the ultimate corporal punishment.
Anyway, Grossberg.
Dot.
I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat?
You preach to host the facts! You.
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
Wow.
I'm not senile yet! I was thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him, that much is clear.
Well, let's talk about Mr. White.
So I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Let's see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
What is it? Out with it?
You see, it's just...
I feel like the obvious thing is the painting. However, the thing I actually want to ask is about Maya. But like, I don't think that's gonna continue forward in the way that I want. So the painting will have to do as...
You think he'll just be like, I can't tip?
Something like that.
Alright. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office.
So, you noticed the giant painting in the other office?
Yes.
Well, I suppose should have guessed you would. It is, as I said, a huge painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected? Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, and I know what it is. Your lovers!
He's been blackmailing you.
Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Well, maybe the shots I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so hard. Finally rest easier again. After all, you want me as understudy, perhaps it is. Great.
What is he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes living through intimidation. No Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the EL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of the photographs.
As you suspected, I cannot stand in defense of fire because of this. It would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection. I've connected the dots.
We haven't connected shit.
I've connected them.
Well, whether you connected them or not, it's hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White is nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
His information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound and unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. But you see, it's nothing more than to wait his many, many years.
Well, let's talk about the reason for the blackmail, I guess.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Gravesburg?
Well, the DL6 incident was a top secret at the time. Great sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know.
I knew that other photograph was Maya's mom.
But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
Of Blue Corp. He offered me wishes. It's an embarrassment to me now. As I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
In other words, I fucked up, Sonny.
Yeah, I messed up pretty bad there.
What controls the law of this country is he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his very move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Well, let's talk about the DL6 incident.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than a sorting code of the police case filing of giving things to order things. It was 15 years ago. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
Was she a small, medium, at large?
Not yet!
A medium?
Her name was Misty Faye.
Faye!
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all for that I could, and in the end, I cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
All right. Well, I guess we can just continue going up.
I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
Right, Mr. Wright. Oh
Okay.
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's just, I need more time to think about it, my
that's
boy.
the same.
I really don't have a good reason.
Yeah, I think today's trial is going to be the same. So you came to see the trial. Yeah. Alright. Well, we
Okay.
have a new location. Well, not a new location. We have a new lead.
I have a new lead. Let's go back to the law offices.
It's funny. Looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues, but... Well, maybe I should have another look.
Well, let's check the filing cabinet.
All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? A to I, J to S, or T to Z?
Let's do A to I for DL6, probably?
Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye.
Phoenix.
A, B, F! Misty Faye! That's Mia and Maya's mother! Should I take a look?
Yes.
Oh, here. Read flashback, Mia.
Flashback, Mia. I have tarnished the Fae name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, the lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man that sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is...
The record stops there.
Oh, that's suspicious.
So Mia knew
Don't be
Grossberg.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Yes, Phoenix. She literally studied under him.
Yeah. Alright.
All the cases the chief ever worked on, alphabetical order. Which file should we look at?
Alright, I guess we'll look through the next set.
Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this?
Sure, skim.
Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here at the end in S. Suicide? Ugh. She's a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. Is this Mia's handwriting? Wait, I get it! Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one.
Okay. Oh, well, I guess that's done then. Alright. Okay. Do we want to move then to... Do you want to go to the Grossberg?
Sure.
Okay. Let me present the...
Look at this! Look at it!
Look at it!
I found this in Mia's files.
He was investigated with what is I expected. Well, if you want to challenge him, you can present this to the court.
Not a bad idea.
Okay. Let's go back.
No?
Okay. I guess we move. I don't think we should. I don't think we should go back to Blue Court. I don't know. Maybe we go to the detention center. Maybe that'll bring up.
Apparently, Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Okay, nothing to do here then.
Okay, then I guess we have to go to Blue Court.
Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent.
Do we want to investigate?
We could try. I mean, he's here with us, but we can see what we can see.
Yeah. Let's see what we see.
An impressive lineup of trophies. Judge's Special Runner-Up, Best Participation. Judge's Cooperation Award, Special Good Try Prize. The words Judges and Special kind of stand out. He probably strong-armed them into giving him something.
Alright.
Statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The fact that the Blue Corp sign isn't in blue, by the way.
Yeah, that does bug me.
The model for the man is, of course, Mr. White. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk? My, this is quite the thing.
Chair or painting.
Painting. This painting was, until yesterday, hanging in Mr. Grossberg's office. Why does White have it now? It's not hard to imagine a few possibilities. This is the top floor of a 20-story building. The view is quite presidential.
Man, we have been all over the friggin' city today, huh?
Uh-huh. We've been beating tracks.
Beaten feet.
That's the word. That's the term.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Talk. Blackmail.
There's no point in asking someone this crooked a straight question. I need some evidence I can use as ammo. What's wrong? Is something stuck to my face? Yes, the fucking glitter you put in your teeth.
Yeah.
Why, yes, there's my eyes, and my nose, and my mouth! But of course, I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It's okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not think less of you.
Why don't we present the freaking clipping?
This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how... I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia! She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician.
Blackmail them.
You were blackmailing him. Blackmail. Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. He said we should be investigating the one who killed Mia.
You're right, yeah.
You are absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. Is this Edgeworth? Or is this someone else?
I think...
What? That's you? What are you doing? Call me at a time like this.
Okay.
That's Edgeworth dropping the proper voice.
Hey, shoot out a football zone!
Chief prosecutor. Is Edgeworth the chief?
Oh, wait.
prosecutor?
No. That's somebody else.
Yeah, that's somebody. You'll
That's
meet her
Zebrahead.
later. Yeah, you'll meet her later.
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's Zebrahead.
No, Zebrahead's the chief of police.
Oh, you're right.
It was the other lead that was chief prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
No, what's all this about?
The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
Well, now. I thought you said you didn't want to go.
Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent.
Wow.
Huh? What man? It's all make no sense.
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man! What?
Mr. White, this ain't not one of those stories that you like to
Chief
tell.
Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police. Now! Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer! As was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept to make even you look competent. I feel faint. Freeze! It's the cops!
Oh my god, Gumshoe.
Ah, Butts! Harry Butts! Right, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right?
Wrong.
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey! What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna wipe the smug look off this man's face.
Engine Center visitors.
I can't believe Mia and Phoenix both being accused of murder within the same case.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow.
I
The
can't...
memes weren't wrong.
No. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's gonna set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea.
Right! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Maya! Great, they let you out of detention.
Just now, yeah. It's all thanks to you.
Ha! Now I'm afraid we've switched places.
What? You mean you...
I explained what had happened to Maya.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother? My sister? Now you! This has gone too far! Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Well...
Cheer me on in court, cause this gal's not a lawyer.
Yeah, she don't got the lawyer badge.
She does not have the badge.
Well, you could cheer for me in court.
Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader?
Huh? Yeah, I guess.
Alright, leave it to me.
Huh?
I'd better go get a uniform and some pom-poms.
I love Maya so much.
Oh my god.
Wait. Wait.
What?
I'm kidding, it was a joke.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding. But thanks, it's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've gotta give that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece? Okay, then come to the trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Give them a whatcha and a whatcha.
Maya is actually trained in 5 different styles of martial arts. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. Alright, Phoenix has gone through his noir phase now. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings is no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day, mostly with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow. It's me or him.
To be continued.
Bum bum bum. Alright.
Yeah.
Are you ready to fight for our fucking lives here?
Oh boy.
Oh. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today.
Phoenix, look!
Ah! Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday.
Oh, really? It sounded like it was just you putting on a country accent.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I brought the chief prosecutor. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today would be the absolute truth.
Well, of course you were fucking told that.
No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me.
What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? He's an old man. He's done some shit.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't talk about that time in fucking Guam.
No.
So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story?
I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
I feel
Wow.
like this is a case where he knows we're not fucking guilty. Like, he knows we're not guilty. But because he's built his entire identity on being the perfect prosecutor who gets all his guilty verdicts.
Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent?
How can we know that? What is innocence? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent.
Bullshit, Edgeworth, and you know it.
All that I could hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. It's actually kind of stupid when you think about it.
You know our Lang rant, Stabby? I feel like we should have had a rant like that for
Except this was so obviously like, ugh. The Lang rant was something else. The Lang rant is why Edgeworth is like this. Lang feeds into this shit. Okay? We're gonna talk about Lang. We'll talk about Lang when we get back to that. But until then, this guy.
Oh, Naiad's you're gonna fucking hate Lang. He's like 4 games away, but you're gonna fucking hate Lang.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about Kai Lang.
No. There's a different Lang in the series.
There's another dillweed named Lang around. Okay.
Yes, there's another douchebag named Lang. Edgeworth, you've changed.
Huh? Phoenix, you know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right?
Did our divorce mean nothing to you?
Yes. Look into my eyes. Do you see there is a soul in there? You took it in the divorce.
Phoenix.
Well, court will be starting soon.
What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. You're not...
I'll be defending myself.
What?!
Okay, let's do this!
September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Sammy.
Daddy.
Yeah, I guess we'll do this thing. Sorry, I was coughing.
No.
Oh.
Yep, let's get this over with. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yep. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
As the details of the event are really clear, obviously, today we'll hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime that has miraculously changed for some reason.
I see. The prosecution may call on its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me.
I don't know.
I forget what the right answer for this one is, so, logically, everyone already fucking knows, and I feel like calling attention to it is not gonna do us any favors. But at the same time...
Yeah.
At the same time... Fucking explain yourself!
I don't know.
Where's the objection?
Huh?
I just want to make a joke.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like that's going to be like our first mistake to get us like an immediate demerit.
You want to just let it go?
I guess we just let it go.
Forget it. I smell a trap.
I would like to call Mr. Pink Eggshell to the stand. Please state your actual name. I read it wrong.
You wish to know the title of my personage?
Just give us your name, you sparkly fuck.
Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino.
What?
I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp.
Do you know the victim, Mia Fey?
That would be a negatory. No, I did not.
You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder,
Correct.
and you witnessed the murder from there, from across the block in that tiny window.
Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho! I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Oh, shit. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright.
Alright. Push everything. Well, not everything. We know it happened at 9.
Yes.
Some big press.
Oh, shit. Back. Press!
You pressed the wrong press.
Yeah. By window, you mean the one directly across from Faye and Co. law offices? Correct! That's the only window you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct! The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do.
Alright, heard a bedlam coming from outside. Press.
A bedlam. It must have been when you attacked, I presume.
Oh, just go on.
Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way.
Press.
So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You made a career out of snooping.
It's true.
This is why Charlie Brown went out of business, you fuck!
Alright, press.
Spiky haired? Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer.
Press.
What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated the assailant looked like a girl. I have always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes? 40. Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? He's clearly on Red-White's side.
Yeah.
What's next?
I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course.
Press.
What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the television and was weeping openly. Did you know she'd been tapping the Fae off his phone?
Irrelevant! That has nothing to do with the case at hand. Because I said so.
I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone to this Fae woman. You make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know! After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue.
Alright, press.
Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down.
Are you sure about that?
As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you should change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
Ran to the left, gave chase. Let me see the court record real quick. Let me see the testimony from May. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Present.
Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran right. Oh ho ho! It is simple, you must have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here. And the victim, here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Ah.
Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did.
Oh, right, that's me. Oh, Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one.
True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both are right.
I think
Because from his point of view...
both witnesses are telling the truth, for once.
I doubt this. I am pressing the X button to doubt. I am still pressing the X button to doubt.
There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts.
And what would that be?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Kindly explain, as the kids say, what the fuck is up? He was not in the hotel. Where could he have been?
In the law offices of Faye & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing.
Killer.
Right here?
Yeah.
This is where he was. Look! When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
Please, there's no time for jokes and ill taste. I don't like the way your lips look. That is where the killer was standing!
Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion!
The postulation of the defense are distortion of the truth, Your Honor. I don't know what half of those words mean.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Not the Pokemon. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify just once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy.
She ran to the left. Okay.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. This is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice.
I think that directly goes against the autopsy report, but we'll have to see.
Hello, Dree.
Hello.
Hey.
Don't you remember, lawyer boy?
Lawyer boy.
Lawyer boy.
Well, we've been playing about an hour and a half. That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Proper court decorum and all that.
All right. This was mine. Next. Assault the girl. First she ran to the left. And then you hit her. Somebody as I saw. Press.
Oh, okay. I didn't hit anyone! Now, righty boy. There's no point hiding things in this court.
Yeah, this man sucks, Vesper.
I'm not hiding anything.
The prosecution requests that the defense remain silent.
Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me?
And to the right. Next. Please start and deliver the final blow. Press!
Stop saying it was me! But it was you.
Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof.
Can we see the court record real quick? Let me see the autopsy. A blow. A single blow.
Mhm.
Okay. Alright.
Anything else you want to see?
Back. Oh, back, yeah.
Ah, can I do nothing right? Nothing? May I continue?
That's what Miss May saw. Next. Okay, that's in. Okay, so press.
So, were you watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner.
What do you think, Phoenix?
I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face.
All right, so go to the very end and let's present the autopsy report. Because it says a blow, nothing about 2.
It's also the updated autopsy report.
is.
Yeah, that Miles personally had done.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna say it's wrong? You're gonna hit it with an updated autopsy report?
Don't tempt fate like that. Please don't.
He's not
Mr.
gonna do
White,
it.
the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. In the balls.
That's not right.
In the balls.
Not right. Hit him in the dick.
Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
He clearly doesn't know his own vocabulary.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice!
Don't let him get away.
Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. We got the audience on our side!
Woo!
Yeah!
Power to the people!
4 more games!
Ache together strong.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. Okay.
2 accounts.
Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow.
Thwap.
You
Thwap.
forgot to say thwap.
I did forget to say thwap.
That's the most important part of that testimony is the thwap.
Yes, if the thwap wasn't there, we would never be able to win this.
Mm-hmm.
Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. Sunglasses come down.
Yeah.
This is almost over.
Alright, I'm about to sneeze. Give me just a second.
Yep.
Press everything.
Okay. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over in the scene.
Phoenix, isn't something about that strike you as odd?
You okay there, Maya?
I hate sneezing.
I'm secretly allergic to bullshit.
I mean that too. But yeah, very odd. Sure, because you wouldn't have been able to see it with the view of the window.
Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes? Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked.
Alright, next. Let's press everything first before we get too ahead of ourselves.
You're catching on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to show your work in a very precise order, just like complex math.
Mm-hmm.
Except this is more fun because there's no math involved.
Press.
Usually.
Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No! Triple no! How would I? How could I?
I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness.
You can't do shit about it, Edgeworth.
Yes, I can.
You're looking a little flustered over there. Haven't seen you this flustered since the divorce hearing.
We don't talk about the divorce hearing.
You jealous that I got everything in the divorce, edgy boy?
I so right.
Alright, Prowse.
Now before, you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. Press.
Press.
What did you do then? I gave chase, of course.
What?
Excuse me, Mr. White.
Excuse the frick out of me?
No,
beg pardon?
no, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase.
Mr. White, I say this with the most utmost of professionalism. Calm your fucking tits. Mr. Wright is here, only to fluster you with baseless accusations.
Oh, baseless accusations, Edgeworth. Is that what they were? Is that what they were in the hearing, huh?
Yeah, is that what you tell yourself when you think about your dad's death every night, Edgeworth?
Oh.
Oh, right. Thank you, Miles. Thwap!
Press.
Flap.
Thwap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Ho, 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 yes, well, I'm a man of peace, you see.
Phoenix! He's getting a lot less talkative.
He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something, but it won't be easy. Alright, we've pressed everything. That's the only thing that's changed.
Okay, so
Can we
present...
prove he could not see it?
Yes, because we have the floor plan. But let's check it first. Okay, we
So,
see a little bit of blue glass shard.
Yeah, here's the vision cone. Here's where the light stand was.
That's where it was, yeah. And, okay, yeah. Present. We'll present this.
Yeah! Mr. White,
Of Blue Cork.
it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you'd be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White. What do you have to say to that? Oh. Ridiculosity!
Oh my god, man, use real words.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell! And the only place where you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah! Aw, baby gonna cry?
Baby gonna cry.
Baby gonna cry.
Please. Woo woo.
Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Heh, looks like we're about to get our verdict.
That's far enough, Phoenix, Wright?
What? I forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now,
What? I said.
I
oh,
said,
see.
you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain.
I really don't like the way this is headed.
As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who?
Edgeworth, you are not a clown, you are the entire circus!
Yes! He really is, though.
He is a very good lawyer. He's just also in-fucking-sufferable.
And this is why he needed a plucky sidekick.
Yeah.
That
No!
wasn't
You wouldn't!
Mr. White.
Edgeworth, if you continue this, we're getting divorced again.
In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Correct? You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That's when I saw that accursed light step. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
God, the similarity between their names is really just...
White and Wright? Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White has been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright theory is revealed to be baseless conjecture.
God, you always have to be fucking right, don't you, Edward?
No, that's your shtick, isn't it?
This is why we got divorced, Edgeworth.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. It's like, fine, I'll go to jail for wiretapping, better than murder. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Do you remember? It was the beginning of September.
You don't get to make that fucking reference. You Donald Trump wannabe.
Also, hey, congrats, Epic Sex Guy 1554 for the first time chat.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices, which, of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct! That is right!
No, he's actually across the way from me.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. Mr. White. God, what am I supposed to do now?
Good luck, Phoenix. Alright, press everything.
Do you have proof?
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. She's
God.
not June Julyan.
We've got Wright and White and May and Faye.
It really is a whole... This is an absolute cluster of names.
This proves the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Huh, right.
That's you, yes.
Alright, press.
Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fane Co. law offices.
And you didn't bring this up before now?
It wasn't an autopsy report to update. But they're now obviously his.
And to find out Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went into Fane Co. law offices.
Alright, press.
Why did you tap Mia's phone?
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor.
I disagree.
Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. Sure, call yourself that.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality.
Blue
You're
Corp,
the
more
client!
Like... Blue Corp, more like Pinkertons. Alright, press.
Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass.
You forget that you voiced them both for a second there?
Yes, it was quite stylish, so I made I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him.
Alright, let me see what's in the court records. Attorney badge means autopsy report. Maya's cell phone. Can we check the conversation in Maya's cell phone real quick?
Yep.
So yeah, call us on me. Was it this time? Next. It's a phone. Next. Patient side, papers, evidence, imagination. Okay. All right, back. All right. Let's see what else we have. Glass shards. Broken meal. Seems removed. Next. Found in this hotel room. One back. Struck.
I will say this one's a little bullshit. If you get stuck, I'll tell you what I'm pretty sure the answer is.
I am very stuck. I don't know what to do.
The receipt is for the light stand.
Okay.
At least I'm pretty sure we present this now. Stabby, is this one
You
we
have to
present?
examine it.
No, you can't. Remember, there's no examine.
Oh, yes, that's right.
That's why this is bullshit.
A department store receipt with the letters. So does it prove when she bought the
When
light
she
stand?
bought- yes.
All right. So then, beginning of September, the week before the murder, that's the time
Mhm.
So present it then?
I think we have things to burn, so we're...
Yeah.
No, it's not. This just the evidence. Do we maybe just have to... Let me just... Yeah, okay. There we go. We just had to go through the testimony again and not be able to do anything.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo.
I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright.
Second divorce.
This is just as good as the first divorce.
Yeah, well.
You mean when we took everything you had?
Yeah, right? It's gonna go like that, Miles. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you have to pay child support for our cactus.
When you said child support, I thought you were gonna say for Maya.
Oh!
Oh.
Sammy, how did we fight?
You fought maidenless.
Wow!
Wow. And whose fault is that?
No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Do your Mia voice.
Phoenix. Phoenix, over here.
I know that voice. Mia?
Never give up, Phoenix.
Mia? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, you fainted from stress. Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating.
Huh. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross
Yeah.
the border, weren't you? Wow! Hey, Phoenix! ... Yak? That's no way to greet an old friend. You didn't tell me she would be a ghost! Phoenix, I want you to look at me.
You're... Maya.
Is she possessing her sister?
Yes.
Is this a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh thing?
Yes, that's actually exactly how the Fae summoning works.
What?
They bodily transform to match the person they're channeling. And that robe fits Mia way less than it fits Maya.
Just wait till later.
When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers.
So, Maya's channeling you, Mia.
That's right. I'm Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either.
Also, both her mom and her sister have black hair. We know later on that her aunt has black hair too. Does she dye her hair?
No?
Could have taken after her dad?
Maybe.
Anyway, I read the line.
Yes.
That's what I came here to tell you.
Ah! But...
We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won.
Huh?
You have that receipt in the court record, right?
Oh, okay. There we go. We had to have her tell us.
Be like, why did you...
Oh! Yeah, the one you wrote Maya on?
Phoenix, White wrote that, not me.
So, what do I do with it?
Look at the front of the receipt.
The front?
You know.
It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender.
Yep.
Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th!
That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
Whoa!
Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder.
There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it.
Right.
That is your name.
Yes?
On one hand, I'm glad that she's not just, like, only in the first chapter and then no more.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I don't know how comfortable I feel about this possession thing.
Oh, that's okay. You'll have a very clear understanding later on in the game.
You'll have plenty of time to get used to it.
Okay.
Also, for the record, ghosts, you can't possess a fae if they're not trying to channel you.
No, that's not what's bothering me.
What's bothering you, Naiad?
I don't want to talk about it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We don't want to talk about it.
Don't want
Are there a couple of big reasons why you don't want to talk about it?
At least 3. 2 of them are related.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant... Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then, let's start where we left off.
Yeah, stop bullying me, Alex!
Your Honor, I believe you are about to give the verdict.
Because there's nothing to go back to!
Because he's finished.
I really can't do the see the laugh thing.
Anyway, verdict! Verdict!
Verdict! Chop chop!
Oh, God.
Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. For this court case.
For this court case, yes.
But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
Let's give him his last chance.
I have no idea if this is Edgeworth being so cocky and full of himself that he's sure that we have nothing, or if it is, like, deep down inside, he doesn't want this.
He doesn't, yeah, he doesn't want to believe we're guilty, so he wants us to get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated. I'm pretty sure it's a little column A, little column B.
Yeah. He's not actively conscious about his jackassery.
Mm-hmm. You may begin your cross-examination.
Alright.
Oh, you're still here? Cool, thanks for waiting, buddy. It makes it real easy on us.
Yep. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Alright, let's present it. Receipt.
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood?
Oh, you're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt.
That no one bothered to
Literally.
check.
You didn't look at the other side.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder! You see, Mr. White...
Sound effect.
When you allegedly entered Fey & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Quah!
Yeah, he's still getting bullied.
Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible! Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Not so fast, Phoenix, Wright?
Eh? What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth.
There's a certain thread of logic in the defendant's claims. However, there's no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo,
Are you kidding me?
I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter.
Oh my god.
Another inquiry? This isn't gonna be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Objector, just wait and see.
Object!
Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Now we're the prosecution! Well, Mr. Edgeworth.
If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis on factual evidence.
We have the factual evidence right here, bitch!
Yeah, but this man has been lying the whole goddamn time. And we have proof. Which goes against your claims that you can never have proof that people are lying or not, Edgeworth. We have literal factual evidence! I'm going to grab him by his ascot. I'm going to strangle him.
I see.
Don't
Objection
worry.
denied.
Traumatized doesn't mean you get to.
Just because we traumatized.
Doesn't mean that you get to take it out on the rest of the world.
What?
Just because you have all this guilt hiding inside you doesn't mean that everyone else is guilty, Edgeworth.
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edward is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me at all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. Yeah!
The witness will stay.
Mia?
Phoenix, read this note out loud.
Mia? What's this? Your Honor, if I may? You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, my life is riding on this.
Again, no shit.
I have something I would like to read the court. It's this receipt. No.
No. Mia's memo.
The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Deceased! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press.
I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Phoenix is like, yeah, complete a plan.
Ghost coming back to haunt this guy into confessing. Holy moly.
This cannot be the weirdest thing you've seen, Nayad.
I mean, okay, I've seen weird things, but also...
I'm a weird thing, hi.
Yes, I have seen you. Oh man, but that's still pretty wild. This is pretty wild.
It is. It only gets wilder.
This is tame in comparison. Maybe stabby bleeze.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Just like I saw no reason to continue the divorce hearing. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again! That was quite a spirited defense. Yeah. Yes, it was, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well. This court finds the defense. Ahem. Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Not guilty.
You did it! Confetti everywhere.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
I suppose we're going to get an explanation about those names, yeah? September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, never thought I'd be saying this again. But, congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae.
I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side.
I'm glad you made it. ... Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live.
As long as you live. ...
My time here is running out.
Huh?
Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long.
What? No! There's still so much to say!
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Chief!
I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock?
The office?
I'll see you later.
Chief. Mia!
September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices.
You're
You're
late,
2 minutes
Phoenix!
You're
A little
2
bit
minutes late! You fucking man!
Being here, it's hard not to think about that night.
Listen, a lawyer is never late, neither are they early.
They are exactly what they mean to.
You came.
Mia?
I was kind of worried you might not.
Oh, of course I came.
Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger?
Mia? ...
You should see your face.
Mia!
What are you talking about? It's me, Maya.
Maya?
What? Did I look like my sister?
Look like you were her.
I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you?
Maya, why are you here?
Because of this! See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me.
Take care of... Huh?
She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Fey, reporting for duty.
I love her so much.
Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business! You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you.
Nick?
You know what this means? We're partners! I'm like basically a lawyer now.
I mean, she is factually a paralegal if she's working for us. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. So, Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya.
Ghost! Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching.
And checking your internet history.
Right! Okay, Nick, let's do it!
Huh? Do what?
Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street.
Oh yeah, that's a ramen shop.
Burgers! I'm hungry for a bunger. Come on, time's a wasting.
Okay. Wait up! Since they didn't explicitly spell it out, the list was the people that Red White was blackmailing.
Yes, save our progress.
Alright, this is a
God, that was...
Go ahead. You go first.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, this was one hell of a stream.
Yeah. We're a little under 3 hours, but since you've got early patrol tomorrow, Naiad,
yeah.
we probably should end there.
Yeah, you'd think like a lot of patrols would be more at night, but really, it's actually the early morning shift where you really got to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll be turning in soon.
All right.
And
But-
I'm sick.
We didn't go to jail.
We didn't go to jail. We didn't get executed, apparently.
Yeah. Anyway. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like the stream, make sure to follow. If you want to support us, you can subscribe. It's free with Twitch Prime. If you want to watch our VODs after Twitch releases them, get to youtube.com/insomnicasting. And if you'd like to join a great group of people over on Discord, you can join our server, which I've been having linking in chat all night. Whether you watch 5 minutes, the whole thing, or you're watching the VOD right now, we appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Really have that thing memorized.
I do. Yes, I do.